All right, y'all, we got Alex in the shop today. It's been a minute since I cut some hair in the shop. I've done a tutorial. My man came all the way from my hometown, Spring Hill. He's a student barber. Alex, I appreciate you coming in, bro. What you getting done?
We can do like a low fade
Okay.
or mid taper, whichever you think.
Low fade or mid taper?
Yeah, I'll be having
Okay.
low fade because I've been getting low fades lately.
Okay,
And
if
then
you've been getting low fades lately, we could do that.
we can
You
do low
know?
fade, and then on
Okay.
top you can do whatever you want to cut it down or leave it like that.
Okay.
And then the beard, keep it as full.
As full as possible. All right, let's do it, man. All right, y'all, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the fade, with the low fade, and then I'm probably gonna take some bulk in areas where it looks a little bulkier, and yeah, we'll just keep what we're finding from this. It's my first time cutting his hair, obviously, so we're gonna do the best we can. Be using some newer tools here as well. All right, guys, we're gonna start out with that ball line first. So you guys can see just in this area, it looks like it's light. His hairline's almost a little bit higher than that. So we gotta be careful in that space. He's got like a little calic area over here. So we just need to make sure we pay attention to that. You guys can see the switch of direction right there and hair growth pattern. So we just need to watch that a little bit. So we gotta watch behind the ear here as well. Yeah, I feel you. So I'm gonna start with my tube open, just to debulk here. And I'm using the new Stylecraft Instincts. And again, we'll just be bulking. I'm making sure there's bulk kind of all the way through here because we want to keep this fade low. As long as I don't take away too much bulk, we can set ourselves up nicely for a low fade. And I'm gonna fade down here because I want to make sure I can control how high this fade goes up by fading down. Some people are more comfortable fading up that way. I'm more comfortable fading down. So I'm at a 2 close now. Above this number 2 guard, we can do clip over comb just to make sure that we're controlling that bulk a little bit. And we're gonna do this all the way around. I'm not too worried about this bottom guideline because we're gonna make sure that looks good towards the end. I need better lighting. And I know the 2 open doesn't seem like it's doing much, but trust the process, y'all. You don't want it doing too much. If it's doing too much, it's creating lines, and you might be raising the fade higher than you need it to be. So now 2 closed. And again, a little bit of bulk here. We'll clean that up a little bit later. We'll go straight to my number 1 guard, guys, instead of the 1.5. And again, fading down. And I'm gonna go close. Close, right in this area. Skip the half guard. I'm gonna go blade open. This is the area, guys, we gotta be careful at because it's really light right here. But we don't wanna make this fade too high. A little bit of a line right there, but we'll clean that up in a bit. I expect subtle lines because I'm skipping guards. But now above that, we can go to the half guard if you guys want to and just go slightly up, okay? So I'm gonna go open just to be careful and go up just a little bit above where I was. So above that half guard, I gotta go 1 guard again. It's spreading the fade out a little bit, but because we were careful and we stayed lower anyways, we have a little bit more wiggle room to spread the fade out, right? If you went spread right off the rip, you didn't have as much room to spread the blend out. But again, you gotta be careful not to spread it out too much. So I closed up the 1 guard a little bit, using a lot of corners. Okay, now I'm gonna use my half guard. My 1.5 guard, I should say. This part right here looks fine. I don't need to mess with that area too much. It's more so, guys, all this that needs to be a little bit cleaner. I just need a good reference point. Like something like this could possibly be clip over comb. Yeah. So now we can focus on this lower section. So remember, in this lower area, we started with our blade all the way open. So you could go right back to the blade all the way open and close it little by little, just so you know where you're kind of at again. Or you could go close and fade up, but you might risk, bring the fade up a little too high. So I'm about halfway closed. Again, I'm making sure I don't push the fade up too high, especially in this area. This is the trickiest area because just taking a little bit off in this section takes off a bunch because it's not that dense. So you gotta be careful. This is something that you might not see the first time you cut your client's hair, but I've done enough haircuts where I know exactly what's going on in that area. Okay, we're still halfway open or halfway closed. All right, now I'm all the way closed in this area specifically. Obviously it needs a little bit of detail work, but it's pretty close to where we need it to be at. We're not gonna go too low here because remember, he wants it as full as possible. So we're gonna get it nice and tight and then do a light blend in this section. All right, so while we're here, let's go ahead and start fading out his beard a little bit. We're gonna start with our one guard, one open, and we're gonna go down and shape it. We're just shaping into the bulk. Want it to still be dark. Now I'm gonna go in T first like this, just raking at it. I'm not trying to actually put a one open. That was kind of like freehanding. Now we can focus on the one open, just up here, one closed, just up here. Okay, now we can go through our steps to go ahead and fade it out.
Taxi.
I think that's what Chatsy's wife is paying, bro.
Oh, of course. The red joint? The red rocket you got?
Yeah.
Sexy, bro. Dang. Yup. I know interest rate getting crazy, bro. I call them and I'm like, bro, like, it's like, why my interest rate 16%? I'm like, man, what you wanna make better today? Anything like, I took a social media app.
Yep.
Show you something?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's solid.
You know this kid? His name is Juan.
Yeah. That's family, bro.
Yeah.
That's family. That's what's up. Yeah, you straight, bro. How long you been cutting overall?
I used to cut myself.
You was cutting yourself for a while?
Yeah, but I stopped, and then I started working like a warehouse job.
Yeah.
Hated that. That was like a slavery job right there. I was like, I ain't trying to do this my whole life.
I've been there, bro. That warehouse work.
And I was like, all right, it was good money for my age, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I'm over here talking to these people, and like, they've been there for like 20 years and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm trying to do something else. I ain't trying to like be stuck. I'm trying to just elevate every time.
That's what retirement plan for a lot of people, you
I'm
know.
like, no, I don't want to be stuck in that, you know? I want to have my own stuff.
Barbering is dope, man. It'll definitely create opportunities. You make good money.
You the reason why I started that.
Oh, you found my channel first?
Yeah, I've been the way you put it to like the business aspect of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's not just cutting hair either. There's other stuff.
I definitely try to go out of my way to show that part. 'Cause a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean?
But I like cutting. I was like, I might as well just go for it. Like, I want to make sure, like, you know, he's not just cutting for a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying his best.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. It's the most rewarding. You make the most money that way. People just think short term. You know what I mean? They try to make a quick buck now, but those guys never get booked. They never get to the point where some of the successful guys get to. That's what's up, though, man. Where you planning on cutting when you get out of school?
I want to move. You know? I don't want to stay in Spring Hill. I want to be where the traffic is at.
That's what I left, bro. You gotta follow the opportunity.
Them clippers, mad small, huh?
Yeah, they small. These just came out.
I heard. No, I use the babyless.
Yeah, I'm used to the babyless. That's what I usually use, but
I want to get a different pair though.
I just switched on.
so now I got the half guard. This should spread it out enough to where that low fade is starting to really stand out. Now we got to focus in this section. All right, guys. Now we'll do the 1.5 guard. See that little dark area right there? Start to attack that. Lighten it up. So let's go ahead and tackle the beard now. My lighting in this area is terrible, but so same thing on this side with the beard. Keeping it dark, just shaping it. Focus here, T first, just kind of freehanding it. Now we can get to a one open, one closed. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna go with the grain here on the side. We're gonna start with a 3 and then come down to a 2 probably. Yeah, the 3 ain't doing nothing, but I need to make sure. So do a 2 open, just to soften it up a little bit. 2 closed. Do this all the way around. His head and his face swelled up so bad.
Oh my God.
I got, so this is the part I was talking about. It's a little bulky here, but first, before we start messing with it, what I want to do is check to see if there's any calyx, any gaps, anything like that. A little bit of a gap here. We just gotta be careful. So I'm gonna start with a number 3. This number 3 ain't really cut nothing, just barely. Better to be safe than sorry. So this is the 2 open guys. It's already debulking quite a bit. Now let's do 2 closed. Now, if you want to go low than this, I would suggest using the razor, but I think that's much better already. I would do this at the end, guys, but we're teaching, so we're already on this topic. I might as well cover it. With the razor, very lightly. You don't want to take too much off, but we're just taking layers off just so it's not as bulky. And this way, too, is going to catch a nicer line. That looks so much better to me. And then we can put some spritz and start lining them up, if I can find my spritz. So while that's drying, I'm gonna comb out his beard and we're gonna shape it. We're not gonna take much off, we're just gonna clean it up because he wants it as full as possible. But we want it to look like he got a cut. I'm gonna use my comb to be able to see what I'm kind of freehanding here. That makes it easier, having that white comb, much easier. The mustache, you want me to trim that down some? Or you like it full? Okay. It's curling up around here, guys, so I'm just gonna get some curls out. We're gonna go with the grain on the mustache in an attempt to keep it full, but controlled. All right, guys, so I'm gonna look at his hairline and I'm gonna look for the naturally higher point. It looks like that's naturally higher. It's hard to tell, it kind of dips down on this side. All right, so now I'm gonna do the middle. This side's done, guys, but I'm gonna brush it and add some more spritz because even when it's wet, I want the hairline to be nice. So you guys can see as I brush it, a lot more hair is coming through. Remember, that's the middle. We're gonna walk it over now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, with this texture of hair, dampening it a little bit, a light mist of water helps out a lot. And then brushing it down, look at all that hair that's overlapping now. Because I want this thing to be sharp, regardless if his hair is wet, if it's dry, I want it to be sharp. C-cup's a little tough, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I'm trying to keep that natural. That looks pretty good. So this side, might have to get a little cosmetic to get it to match. About as good as gonna get, y'all. As you guys may know, I don't have any sponsors on my channel. Got my own brand, Tomb 45 Shave Gel. Myself, Dean, Danny, Tomb Doc, the whole squad. We appreciate you guys' continued support with the brand. I gotta start pitching my products, what I learned. Applied the shave gel. Sometimes.
And the instructors they can't. 18, 7 to 18. Y'all like. You hope that whoever the lane instructor.
Yeah, that's because you in Day City. Spend some time here trying to get this fade looking better.
Real slow, but not too slow to what she feel like. Yeah. If it's not like this, hey, today's the day.
It's a cigar lounge. All right, y'all. I don't always have this channel sponsored, but when I do, it's with one of my brands. Shout out to Tomb 45 Clay, available only on Amazon. We're about to use that right now. This is an OG clay. I pretty much use the clay on everybody. Just want to emulsify it in your hands.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?